Nuclear-armed nations are deepening their reliance on their nuclear weapons, Watchdog finds. Yes, it is very easy to depend on a weapon that will completely eradicate your enemies. The world's 9 nuclear-armed states continue to modernize their nuclear weapons as countries deepen their reliance on such deterrence in 2023, a Swedish think tank said Monday. We have not seen nuclear weapons playing such a prominent role in international relations since the Cold War, said Wilfred Wan, director of the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute's Weapons of Mass Destruction program. Earlier this month, Russia and its ally Belarus launched a second stage of drills intended to train their troops in tactical nuclear weapons, part of the Kremlin's effort to discourage the West from ramping up support from Ukraine. In a separate report, the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, ICAN, that will never happen, said the 9 nuclear-armed states spent combined of total of $91.4 billion on their arsenals in 2023. Those are official numbers. The real number is probably higher, equivalent to $2,898 per second. The Geneva-based coalition of disarmament activists won the Nobel Prize in 2017. It didn't work. The group said the figure showed $10.7 billion increase in global spending on nuclear weapons in 2023 compared to 2022, with the United States accounting for 80% of that increase. The US share of total spending, $51.5 billion, is more than all the other nuclear-armed countries put together. There has been notable upward trend in the amount of money devoted to developing these most inhumane and destructive weapons over the past 5 years, said Alicia Sanders-Zachary, Policy and Research Coordination with ICAN. The next biggest spender was China at $11.8 billion, she said, with Russia spending the third largest amount at $8.3 billion. All this money is not improving the global security. In fact, it is threatening people wherever they live, Sanders-Zachary said. CIPRI estimates that some 2.1k of the developed warheads were kept safe in a state of high operational alert on ballistic missiles, and nearly all belong to Russia or the USA. However, it said that China is also believed to have some warheads on high operational alert for the first time. Regrettably, we continue to see a year-on-year increases in the number of operational nuclear warheads, said Dan Smith, CIPRI's director. He added that the trend will likely accelerate in the coming years and is extremely concerning indeed. Russia and the United States have together almost 90% of all nuclear weapons, CIPRI said. The sizes of their military stockpile seem to have remained relatively stable in 2023, although Russia is estimated to have deployed around 36 more warheads with operational forces than in January 2023, the watchdog added. In the CIPRI Yearbook 2024, the institute said the transparency regarding nuclear forces has declined in both countries in the wake of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, and debates around nuclear sharing arrangements have increased in importance. Washington suspended its bilateral strategic stability dialogue with Russia, and last year Moscow announced that it was suspending its participation in the New START nuclear treaty. Of the total global inventory, an estimated 12,121 warheads in January, about 9.5k were in military stockpiles for potential use. An estimated 3.9k of those warheads were deployed with missiles and aircraft, which is 60 more than in January 2023, and the rest were in central storage. In Asia, India, Pakistan, and North Korea are all pursuing the capability to deploy multiple warheads on ballistic missiles, the institute said. The United States, Russia, France, UK, and China already have that capacity, enabling a rapid potential increase in deployed warheads, as well as the possibility for nuclear-armed countries to threaten a the destruction of significantly more targets. Cyprus says that all estimates were approximate, and the Institute revises its nuclear forces data each year based on new information and updates to earlier assessments. The comments do not work. Yes, this is very worrying. The spending on the nuclear weapons, obviously this can cause a massive tragedy if somebody actually pulls the trigger. And the world is definitely heading into a very uncertain times. And usually in those uncertain times, somebody will sooner or later pull the trigger. Hopefully it won't happen today, however the chances are pretty slim that the peace will prevail, even though the peace is already an illusion. This planet is in a lot of conflicts. You are just not paying attention. Besides Russia and Israel, there's a lot of conflicts going on. So, I mean, we have not been stable for a long while. There's always some war going on, or conflict, or civil war, or coup d'etat. So moving on,